Alright, it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos. I am currently in a trade here in oil. So you can see what's happened here. We've had quite a sell-off in the after hours. Had a bit of a pullback to 50, which is kind of a big round emotional whole number. So I was watching that formed kind of an ascending wedge, and as soon as I saw this huge down candle, I jumped in. Now I was a little bit too aggressive, and I'm not super happy with my entry here, especially after seeing this wick here at the bottom. Next candle puts in a bit of a lower wick, telling me that maybe the sellers don't have the strength to pull this off. Really want to see something move here. Originally, I started off with my stop above 50, and I pulled an extension off the previous pivot. 100% is down here at 53, so I'm going a little before that. And kind of watching to see what happens with this candle, see if we can get any momentum. And if not, I'm going to, well, I'm for sure putting my stop behind this previous candle. And we'll see what happens. We're just sitting right here at 80. Just really not liking this price action right now. Thinking about reducing my risk. I actually am going to do that and put it in at 80. This high of this candle is 84. I think I'll put it at 90. If we break, I'm gonna just work on getting out of this. So far we put in a higher low. We didn't break the top of this candle, so we're fine. This is not a good sign so far, though. We put in a doji on this candle, which is can be a sign of a reversal. Not always, but it's something to be aware of, and I actually am going to, now that we've got two candles here, I'm going to just go a couple of ticks behind, just reducing risk. Really want to see something happen. We have some support here right at 80. A few candles that tried pushing below, and so this might we might be in the same situation. I was really hoping that at least we're going to see some momentum with the break down below the ascending wedge that we were putting in. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Probably going to get stopped out here. You can see, this doji candle along with this, I guess it's a, kind of a hammer with the lower wick, tells that sellers aren't in this, buyers are starting to prop it up, and this is a signal that we might be reversing, and not just because it's a doji, but it also signals other traders that that might be what's happening here, and so everyone's watching to see where this thing is going to go, thinking the same things as me. There's a good chance that I'll get stopped out. A lot of people who jumped in right here, they're going to have their stops in the same place as me. So we could see my stop get hit and a nice run back up to 50. Now, there is quite a bit of weakness, a lot of weakness on the day. So it could go either way. I don't like being in trades that could go either way. I like to be in trades where I've got a pretty good chance of making a profit, which is why my risk is minimized here. Once I see that my percentages have diminished, this was a higher percentage trade to begin with. This now is a 50-50, maybe even 80-20, 80% chance getting stopped out, 20% chance of it continuing. We'll see. One thing to notice is the volume. Volume on this candle, 1863 or so. Let's see, 1874. This candle also 1859. Volume dropped significantly. So far on both of these candles, only 800 contracts on this candle. So yeah. See on these two dojis here, low volume and then a pop. And you can see what happened on both those dojis. Doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen here. Now we're getting a little bit of a push down. We'll see. This could be it. This could be our break. This looks real nice. Really nice. We could be getting our push down here. If we get a bit of a push, I will lock this in. At about 10 ticks, I think I will lock in a tick, just so I'm only on one contract here, so turn into a risk-free trade at that point. At that point, if it comes all the way back up, I don't want to be in it, because then we're putting in a long down wick, and that is a rejection of the buyers or of the sellers, and the buyers stepping back in. So there's no sense being in. Volume coming back in. Little spike in volume for this down move. Reduce risk. 5 ticks on the table now. If we don't get more of a push down on this candle, I will put my stop behind, so then I'll only have about 2 ticks of risk. Like I said, if this turns into a long down wick, I don't want to be in it at all. I really want to see a nice push. I want to see it close towards the bottom. less and less like the breakdown I wanted to see. I was hoping to see something like this over here. Nice big down candle and continuation. We might be seeing something more like this. Here's the thing, like, we get good volume. The volume on this is surpassing this down move, and yet the momentum down is not. What this candle was, high 95, so 15 ticks down. Well, not even 15. It was a 15 tick candle. This one, more volume. And 473, so what is that, 8 ticks? Half the range. Greater volume. Getting close to closing out this candle. Really not going to let it close and run up on me. Ah, yes, that's nice. Okay, we got no risk. Might come up, take me out, but we're still putting in these lower wicks. Good volume. Volume coming back in. That tells me there could be momentum. Even though this Alright, stepped away for a minute to get some coffee and come back. We got a nice little push down. And only 10 ticks. Nice volume too. So I am going to squeeze this a little bit. Okay, locking in 5 ticks. 6 ticks. Basically, only giving back half. If we get stopped out, broke 70. Like to see it. Got a lot of volume. Look at that. It's like doubled. There we go. Nice gap down. Locking in 10. I'd like to see that push to 55. If I had more contracts, definitely would take some profits and let a runner go, moving it to break even. But at this point, I don't got one contract, so I am going to make sure that this trade is profitable, no matter what. This could pull back a little bit before it runs again. I mean, we broke this previous pivot right here at 65, and now we're coming back. Pretty long.
Order filled.
Yeah, we're out. So yeah, didn't get filled at 55. It could come back down, but you know, it could come back up again, and hey, I'm happy. 10 ticks, 6:07 a.m. Good trade, good read. Trading price action, nothing special. You can see 5-minute candles, and just watching what the price is doing, going with momentum, looking for the breakdown. Saw the breakdown, was a little bit too aggressive. I could have, you know, maybe tried to get a little bit better entry, but it wasn't bad. I just had to sit through 10 minutes of nothing. But, you know, and with more contracts down the road, maybe would have taken 10 off here, taken 10 points, and let a runner go, because this thing's, you know, got lots of volume coming in. This thing could go, but you don't know. So you put money in your pocket, walk away. Good day. Hope your trading's going well.